Hi students, welcome to my class. Today our topic is relationship between zeros and coefficient of a polynomial. So this is one of the very important topic of this chapter. Now see, if alpha and beta are the zeros of the quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, since it is a quadratic polynomial, that's why here two zeros, alpha and beta. So clear. So if alpha and beta are the zeros of the quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c, then sum of the zeros. So sum of the zeros means alpha plus beta. Okay, because alpha and beta are the zeros of the polynomial ax square plus bx plus c, then sum of the zeros, that's mean alpha plus beta, equals to minus b by a. Clear. So equal to minus, so b is a coefficient of x, that's mean coefficient of x divided by a, that's mean coefficient of x square, so coefficient of x square. Clear. That means sum of zeros equal to alpha plus beta equals to minus b by a equal to minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square. Next, product of zeros. So alpha into beta. So alpha into beta equals to c by a. So here c is a constant term, that's mean in this polynomial ax square plus bx plus c is a constant, so constant term divided by a, that's mean again a is a coefficient of x square, so divided by coefficient of x square. Clear. So that's mean if alpha and beta are the zeros of a quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c, then sum of the zeros, that's mean alpha plus beta equals to minus b by a equals to minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square, and product of zeros, that's mean alpha beta equals to c by a equals to constant term divided by coefficient of x square. Next, if alpha beta and gamma are the zeros of the cubic polynomial. Clear. So polynomial is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, then sum of the zeros, that's mean alpha plus beta plus gamma equals to minus b by a. So here b is a coefficient of x square, so minus coefficient of x square divided by coefficient of x cube. So first one for quadratic polynomial and second one for cubic polynomial. Okay. So next, alpha in pair, alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha equals to c by a. Here c equals to coefficient of x, that's mean coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x cube. Clear. Now product of the zeros, that's mean alpha beta gamma equals to minus d by a equals to, d is a constant term, so equal to minus constant term divided by coefficient of x cube. Clear. So if alpha beta and gamma are the zeros of the cubic polynomial ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, then sum of the zeros, that's in alpha plus beta plus gamma equals to minus b by a equal to minus coefficient of x square divided by coefficient of x cube. Next in pair, that's in alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha equals to c by a equals to coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x cube. Next product of the zeros, that's been alpha beta gamma equals to minus d by a, so equal to minus into constant term divided by coefficient of x cube. Okay, clear. Okay. Next, note, zeros alpha beta gamma follow the rules of algebraic identities. That's mean alpha plus beta whole square equal to alpha square plus beta square plus 2 alpha beta. That's mean a plus b whole square form. So equal to a square plus b square plus 2 AB. Okay, next alpha square plus beta square equal to alpha plus beta whole square minus 2AB. Clear? Next, now we solve this question. Find the zeros of the polynomial 2x square plus 8x plus 6 and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient. Okay, when this type of question is given, okay, that's in find the zeros of the polynomial. Okay, so we just factorize the given polynomial. Clear? In class 9 we have learned how to factorize quadratic polynomials by splitting the middle term. Okay, so I think you have no problem to factorize the polynomials. Now let's see. So here given polynomial is 2x square plus 8x plus 6. So we just factorize this polynomial. So is equal to 2x square minus 6x minus twice x plus 6, because 6 into 2 12 and 6 minus 6 minus 2 equal to minus 8. So 2x twice x common, so x minus 3, here minus 2, so x minus 3, again x minus 3 common, so twice x minus 2, so 2 into x minus 1 and x minus 3. So after factorize 2x square minus 8x plus 6, we get 2 into x minus 1 into x minus 3. Okay, so the value of px, that's mean 2x square minus 8x plus 6, here px is a polynomial and denoted this polynomial, that's mean 2x square minus 8x plus 6, this polynomial denoted by p of x. Okay, so values of this polynomial 2x square minus 8x plus 6 is 0 when x minus 1 equals to 0 or x minus 3 equals to 0. That's mean when x equal to 1 or x equal to 3. Okay, then the given polynomial twice x square minus 8x plus 6 equal to 0. So we can easily say that the zeros of the polynomial are 1 and 3. Clear? That's mean if we put x equal to 1 in this polynomial, then value of this polynomial is 0. Again, if we put x equal to 3 in this polynomial, then value of this polynomial again 0. Clear? So 1 and 3 are the zeros of the given polynomial. Clear? So that's mean simply when in your question given find the zeros of the polynomial, we just factorize the given polynomial. Clear? Now second part, that's mean relationship between the zeros and the coefficient. Now here 1 and 3 are the zeros of the polynomial, so sum of the zeros equal to 1 plus 3, that's mean equal to 4. So 4 can be written as minus of minus 8 divided by 2. Okay, now minus 8 is a minus 8 is a coefficient of x, so minus of coefficient of x, and 2 is a coefficient of x square, that's mean coefficient of x square. Clear? So sum of the zeros equal to 4, so 4 can be written as minus of minus 8 divided by 2, that's mean minus of coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square. Next, so this is the quadratic polynomial. Next, product of the zeros, that's mean 1 into 3, so equal to 3. So 3 again can be written as 6 by 2, so 6 is a constant term. Okay, that's mean constant term divided by coefficient of x square. Clear? Now students, I just discuss one thing. If px be a polynomial, okay, so px equal to ax square plus bx plus c, so px be a quadratic polynomial. Clear? Let alpha and beta be the zeros of the polynomial of p of x, of the polynomial p of x. Then we already know that sum of the zeros, that's mean alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a, that's mean minus of coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square. Clear? Now product of the zeros, that's mean alpha beta equals to c by a. So that's mean constant term divided by coefficient of x square. Clear? Now suppose we change this polynomial. So p of x equal to x square minus bx plus c. Clear? Then alpha, again let alpha comma beta be the zeros of the polynomial p of x. Then alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a. So minus of coefficient of x, here coefficient x equal to minus b, that's mean here is minus b of minus b. Okay, again here if for this polynomial, that's mean ax square minus bx plus c. So alpha plus beta equal to minus of minus b divided by a, that's mean simply b by a. Clear? Why here plus b by a? Because coefficient of x is minus b, so that's why minus of minus b, that's mean plus b by a. Clear? That's mean if polynomial in this form ax square minus bx plus c, or ax square minus bx minus c, then alpha plus beta equal to this, but alpha beta equals to, that's mean alpha beta equals to c by a. Constant term, here constant term equal to minus c. Clear? That's mean minus c divided by a. Okay student, remember it. Clear? If polynomial change, then sum of the zeros will also change. They similarly product of the zeros will also change. Clear? Now students, see this explanation. If alpha and beta are the zeros of the quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, since alpha and beta are the zeros of the polynomial, then definitely x minus alpha and x minus beta are the factors of the polynomial ax square plus bx plus c. So therefore ax square plus bx plus c equal to k into x minus alpha into x minus beta, where k is any constant we can written in this form. Clear? So k into, after multiplying, so x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta, so multiplying by k, that's mean kx square minus k into alpha plus beta into x plus k into alpha beta. So this is the left hand side and this is the right hand side. So if we comparing the coefficient of x square, x and constant term, then here coefficient of x square is k in right hand side, but left hand side coefficient of x square is a, so a equal to k. Similarly coefficient of x in right hand side minus k into alpha plus beta, but in left hand side coefficient of x is b, so b equal to minus k into alpha plus beta. And constant term, right hand side k alpha beta and left hand side only c, so c equal to k alpha beta. Now alpha plus beta equals to b by minus k. Okay, alpha plus beta equal to b by minus k. Clear? So b by minus k, so this can be written as minus b by k. Clear? So this equal to minus b divided by k equal to a minus b by. Clear? And alpha beta equals to c by k, that's mean k equal to a, that's mean c by a. Clear? I think clear. Okay, now we solve this problem. So find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial x square plus 7x plus 10 and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient. So here in your question given, find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial, so that's mean we factorize the given polynomial. So here polynomial is x square plus 7x plus 10. Clear? So 10, that's mean 2 into 5 10, and 2 plus 5, that's mean 7. So this can be written as x square plus 5x plus twice x plus 10. Clear? So if we common here x, then x plus 5 plus common 2, then x plus 5, then factors are x plus 5 and x plus 2. Clear? So the value of x square plus 7x plus 10 is 0 when either x plus 2 equals to 0 or x plus 5 equals to 0. Clear? So that's mean x equal to minus 2 or x equal to minus 5. Clear? So that's mean if we put x equal to minus 2 in this given polynomial, then value of this polynomial 0, and if we put x equal to minus 5, again value of this polynomial is 0. So we can easily say that minus 2 and minus 5 are the zeros of the polynomial x square plus 7x plus 10. So that's mean therefore minus 2 and minus 5 are the zeros of the polynomial x square plus 7x plus 10. Clear? So first part complete. That's mean find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial. Next, verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient. Okay, now we solve the second part. Note this. Now sum of the zeros equal to minus 2 plus of minus 5. So that's mean minus 7. So minus 7 can be written as minus 7 divided by 1. So equal to 7 is a coefficient of x. Clear? That's mean minus of coefficient of x divided by 1. That's mean 1 is a coefficient of x square. So coefficient of x square. Clear? Next, product of zeros. Product of zeros. So equal to minus 5 into minus 2. That's mean equal to 10. So 10 can be written as 10 by 1. So here constant term is 10. That's mean constant term divided by coefficient of x square. Okay, so which is the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient. Clear? Now we solve this problem. Verify that 3 minus 1 minus 1 by 3 are the zeros of the cubic polynomial p of x equal to 3x cube minus 5x square minus 11x minus 3. And second part, that's mean and then verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient. Listen student, in previous problem we find the zeros of the polynomials, but in this problem we prove that 3 minus 1 minus 1 by 3 are the zeros of the polynomial 3x cube minus 5x square minus 11x minus 3. In your question, verify that. Written in this form, verify that. That's mean if 3 is a zero of this polynomial, then definitely p of 3 equals to 0. That's mean if we show that, okay, p of 3 equals to 0, then clearly we say that 3 is a polynomial, 3 is a zeros of the polynomial. Similarly, p of minus 1 equals to 0, then minus 1 is a zeros of the polynomial. Okay, now we find the value of p of 3. Okay, p of 3, if p of 3 is 0, then we say that 3 is a zeros of the polynomial. Okay, now p of 3 equal to 3 into x equal to 3, that's mean 3 cube, minus 5 into x square, that's mean 3 square, minus 11 into x, so 11 into 3 minus 3, so equal to, this is 81, clear, minus 45 minus 33 minus 3. So minus 45 minus 33, that's mean minus 78. So minus 78 minus 3, that's mean minus 81 and plus 81, so equal to 0. Clear. Next, p of minus 1. So p of minus 1 equal to 3 into minus 1 whole cube minus 5 into minus 1 whole square minus 11 into minus 1 minus 3. So this equal to, this is minus 3, here is minus 5 plus 11 minus 3, so 8, so again this is 0. Clear. Next, p of minus 1 by 3, so equal to 3 into minus 1 by 3 whole cube minus 5 into minus 1 by 3 whole square minus 11 into minus 1 by 3 minus 3. So this equal to, after simplification, this is minus 1 by 9, this is minus 5 by 9 plus 11 by 3, okay, 11 minus 3, so again this is 0. Clear. So this is minus 2 by 3 and plus 2 by 3, so again 0. So therefore we say that 3 minus 1 minus 1 by 3 are the zeros of p of x. Clear. That's mean zeros of the polynomial p of x equal to 3x cube minus 5x square minus 11x minus 3. So first part complete. Next, second part is verify that the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient. So here zeros are 3 minus 1 and minus 1 by 3. Okay, now see the second part. Okay, so let alpha equals to 3, beta equals to minus 1 and gamma equals to minus 1 by 3. We assume that. Clear? Since 3 minus 1 and minus 1 by 3 are the zeros of the polynomial 3x cube minus 5x square minus 11x minus 3. That's mean we assume that let alpha equals to 3, beta equals to minus 1 and gamma equals to 1 by 3. Okay, now sum of the zeros, that's mean alpha plus beta plus gamma. So that's mean 3 plus of minus 1 plus of minus 1 by 3. So equal to 2 minus 1 by 3. Okay, so equal to 5 by 3. Clear? So this equal to 5 by 3 can be written as minus of minus 5 divided by 3. Clear? Minus of minus 5 divided by 3. So minus of minus 5 is a coefficient of x square. So this is coefficient of x square and 3 is a coefficient of x cube. Clear? Next, alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. So this equal to 3 into minus 1 plus minus 1 into minus 1 by 3 plus minus 1 by 3 into 3. Clear? So equal to minus 3 plus 1 by 3 minus 1. So that's mean after simplification this equal to 3 minus 9, that's mean minus 11 by 3. So minus 11 divided by 3. So this equal to, here minus 11 is a coefficient of x, so this equal to coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x cube. Clear? Next, product of the zeros, that's mean alpha beta gamma. Clear? Next, product of the zeros, that's mean alpha beta gamma. So this equal to 3 into minus 1 into minus 1 by 3. Clear? So this equal to 1. So 1 can be written as minus of minus 3 divided by 3. So this equal to minus of minus 3, that's mean constant term, divided by coefficient of x cube. Clear? So first examples and second examples I think clear. Okay, so this is the main process, how to find the zeros of the polynomial or verify the zeros of any given polynomial. Clear, student? Now students, today's session is complete. If you have any queries, then you can ask me. So thank you, bye.